said you're voting for Trump. I respect that. It's not that I need Trump to win or that I want Trump to win. I just desperately need Kamala Harris to lose.
That's it.
Because she represents everything wrong with just society.
Yep.
I had Jeremy Ryan Slate on my show. I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about it. I always go on Rogan with kind of things I want to talk about. And then I kind of, it's the Joe Rogan show. So,
Yeah.
You kind of follow what he wants to talk about,
For
which
sure.
I totally love and respect.
Yep.
And I wanted to get into Rome with
Yeah.
him.
Jeremy's the best at
Because
it.
I kind of brought it up for a second with the British Empire. I kind of want to get in a little bit more of that. But,
Right.
Jeremy Ryan Slate came on my show and he was talking about how the Roman Empire was in 3 phases.
Right.
And and I don't know the name of each phase, he has a name for it, but the last phase was basically outside barbarians, okay, installed a teenage emperor in the position, and they just gave him a stipend. And that's literally what Kamala Harris is going to be.
Yeah.
She's going to be a Kardashian
Yep.
who's got a check, who's just going to take pictures, get free gifts, and do nothing. Not vamp, man. You can't ad lib. You can't just riff in a question.
Nope.
No. Who are you? You're a lawyer, dude. You're
Nope.
a fucking lawyer. You can't just talk.
Right.
It's unbelievable
Dude,
to me.
she's a cop. She's a cop Kardashian. Because she's a cop. Like, you see that video coming out about her laughing about truancy and setting cops after parents in California? It's evil.
Black people, I'll never understand them, all because I've been just told about the po-po, the
Right.
police. It's unbelievable. Black people, liberal progressive white people, all telling us the whole system's racist, right? It's top-down racism.
Yep.
We got to start the whole system over, right?
Yep.
Totally fine with burning down neighborhoods, losing their skulls about January 6th, making it into something all about defunding the police, now supporting the police.
Yep.
Pick a freaking lane, man.
They can't. They
Pick
can't.
a lane.
They can't because they have no moral center. They have to go
They
with
have
whatever
no- it's
is
all
the power route.
conformity.
Yep. You got to conform to the power route, and that's what Kamala is. And like, that's what worries me about how it's going to get. It could possibly get crazier leading up towards the election and even after the election. Because they could be so confident in just manhandling the election and installing her that anything's possible. That's why they just parade around this insane person like Kamala cackling all over the place because they're like, we don't even care. We do whatever we want.
Well, that fits into the demoralization campaign that they constantly constantly are raging against us. It's at all fronts at all time, right?
Yep.
Like they can never allow us to just simply be. They constantly, because of we're again. I tried to I talked to Rogan this. He's good at maintaining a level that he knows people can digest.
Yep.
But it's like we're up against sorcerers, dude.
Yes.
I'm literally telling you, sorcery, dark arts, Zoroastrianism, old gods are constant. The old gods want to come out and play again.
Yo.
People think I'm nuts.
No,
the
no.
old gods want to come out and play. Like,
I'm with you.
Way old gods.
You mentioned that like briefly on Rogan, and I'm with you because I think there is an ancient mysticism. I think I've heard you call it like a hidden mysticism before that's controlling everything. It's beyond just everyone's whatever. All these people hate one type of group. It's the Jews. It's Iran. It's this. It's that.
Yes.
But it's way above that, right? So when you talk about this, the wizards in control, the sorcery, can you kind of break that down for anyone listening who doesn't know where you're coming at with that?
Well, it's like if you take a look at Trump, it's like he's in the Kabbalism.
Yeah.
That is Jew magic, dog. That is
Ivanka's got the Kabbalah wrist, right?
Yeah, like he's just in on top of that. He's a Jesuit again. Like that is secret society stuff.
Yep.
And it's like I get pushback against the people who just want to be like Jew world order, Jew world order. I'm like, bro, if you study Epstein, you study any of these people, like they let you know what they're really into through their symbolism because they can't walk around. They can't become leaders, even though our leaders tend to be. And that's a weird it's selected versus elected. Eddie Bravo brought up something once really good about really I thought was brilliant about if it's fake, why are they going through so much to rig it? If
Right.
it's not real at all, if it doesn't mean anything at all,
Right.
why are they spending so much time rigging it? But if going back to what we're talking about, if you study all the symbolism of Jeffrey Epstein, all these different it's all dark arts, dude. It's
Yep.
all old school mysticism, sorcery, and that's what they really follow. This ball Moloch stuff.
Yep.
That's what. Why? If you're Bill Gates and if you think this is about money and power, why is he trying to kill off the population?
Yeah.
Don't you want more people to rule over? Don't you want more money from them? Don't
Right.
you want them buying more of your products? Depopulation makes no sense if you're coming from a position of about money and power. They print all the money. Like I was telling Rogan, I tried to start a change.org to get everybody to sign to get the Ukraine their own centralized bank so they could print their own bullshit money, and nobody would sign it. I couldn't get one
Unbelievable.
person to sign it.
Unbelievable.
But it's like it's like federal fractional reserve banking is sorcery. Money
Right.
is sorcery.
Yep.
It's just made up now, and they made you give it value. It's literally backed by nothing right now, and now it's how they manipulate they print as much money as they can. Why do we pay taxes? You have Trump going, I'm going to put tariffs on everything. If we print money from nothing, why do we need taxes or tariffs?
Right.
We don't need any of it.
It's control.
Because this is how they control us. This is how they draw our anxiety. Oh, I got to pay taxes. I can't afford to pay my taxes. My anxiety goes off, and these dark arts magicians feed off that negative energy.
Yeah, I think they want to get you to a point like someone like Gates and possibly Musk of the future, of the not so distant future, want to get you to a point where you're just almost dead, but always alive.
Yep.
Right? Like you're living
dead,
in the suicide
you're
pod.
dumb.
Right. You're eating all that
Especially
bullshit.
Shane in America. I mean,
Oh yeah.
you look at say whatever you want about Europe, say whatever you want about Latin America. Okay, these what's the word I'm looking for? Homogenized populations. Did I use that correctly?
Yeah.
When it's like all like Puerto Rican, all
Yeah.
British, right? Or let's say Spanish. You could say whatever you want about them. There's a lot of socialism there, and I totally understand
Right.
that. But there's very much a synced up, like kind of we're all in this together team because they're all of one ethnic group. If you take a look at America, okay, America is a melting pot, and it's a beautiful thing, this melting pot, and they just want us dumb and unhealthy, so dumb and so unhealthy that we cannot participate in our government.
Right.
And you're just so dumb and you're so unhealthy, you can't even pay attention that yours or their Federal Reserve, the United States centralized bank, is funding everything wrong with the world. Everything
Yep.
comes back to Fed funding money.
Yep.
Black ops, Fed funding money. And I'm getting sick and tired of hearing people say, I'm tired of my tax money. Gonna pay for this and gonna pay for that. Your tax money's going to pay off the interest on this fake money printed. They just want to take money from it. They just want to extract wealth from you so you get anxiety over it. That's what it's all about. It's all about control.
And on top of that, I think they also make us pay for our own human experimentation on ourselves.
Yes. Yes. Pay a company to build something, and then once they built it, buy it from them for more money.
Right.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
Right. It's the public human experiments, like the poison they feed you in all the supermarkets, the poison they're dropping out of the sky, the poison they put in your water that they tell you to drink. Like Michelle Obama telling you 9 glasses of water a day with the fluoride. Shrink your pineal gland, destroy your brain, become fat and lazy. And then in like Canada, you can apply and we'll take your life, And then we'll use your organs.
Trudeau is a serial killer.
Yeah. Yes. Well, most people in
serial
charge
killer.
in governments are serial killers.
Well, let's power rank some stuff. Like You know, I mean, we want the, the Hitler discussion, and I hate
Right.
the Hitler dick riders. I'll sit here all
Yeah.
day,
Yep.
and I'll ask you, why didn't they go into why didn't Hitler go into Switzerland
Right.
if he was really that like out against the bankers? Why doesn't he go into Switzerland? Because he's got there were mountains in Switzerland. I'm like, dude, they're in Antarctica working with fucking aliens. You don't think they could go
There you
and,
go.
and just jack some mountains?
Right.
Get out of here,
Right.
okay?
Yep,
Get
totally.
out of here. So let's play. Let's power rank the genocides
Yes,
here.
let's do
Okay.
it.
So we go. Mao is like the Michael Jordan.
Yeah, yeah.
Michael Jordan of genocides.
Yep.
Then after that, Stalin.
Yep.
Bang bang pow.
Yep.
Then guess what? There's a new boy in town. Bill Gates.
Yes.
30 million people
Yes,
with the
dude.
vax. It's
Yep.
like these numbers are coming out. We're talking 30 million people dead. Nobody wants to talk about
No one
that.
cares. Genocidal maniac in a sweater.
Yeah, right? With
Insane.
sweater with like, dude, you're taking health tips from a guy who wears a sweater which bitch tits in the summer.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Bill Gates is perpetually pregnant.
Yeah,
Like
perpetually. He is the pregnant man emoji.
for sure. For sure.
And by the way, that's my favorite meme out there.
Yes.
The meme that says that, the party that wants to tell you that men can get pregnant are the ones who who tell you what is misinformation. That's
Right.
my favorite thing.
Right.
So then we got Bill Gates.
Yep.
After that is the Bolshevik Jews killing the Christians in Russia.
Yep.
Russia has 2 on there.
Yes.
And why aren't they a protected class? Nobody
Right.
talks about that.
Right.
Nobody talks about that. And then Hitler comes in number 5.
sure.
Even that,
Yep.
number 5.
Yep. He doesn't have the numbers. Doesn't have the
Does
numbers.
not have. I'm sorry, and we're not even to get if Genghis Khan. We can get into Genghis
Oh, yeah.
Khan who killed what,
Let's
like
get
a
into-
4. He might be number 1.
And we're probably related because of him. Also.
Yeah, right. We all have some Khan love in us.
Wow.
right,
So now
dog?
you're
It's great.
Khan love. Now you're making me think that Elon's kind of like Genghis Khan. Future
I mean,
Elon
dude,
is past
it's
Genghis
crazy.
Khan. Holy
I mean, his
crap.
story doesn't even make any sense. It's just him, Bill Gates, Jeff
Mm-hmm.
Bezos. You're just sold on a story about this guy who just worked really hard and he worked harder than everybody else. And
Yeah.
you're like, Jeff Bezos is the greatest example of just a trust fund kid,
Right.
a Nepo kid.
Right.
His grandfather started DARPA,
DARPA.
and they just handed him Amazon.
Yep.
And
Yep.
they just go work this through books because everybody's retarded
Right.
and nobody's reading books.
Right.
So they're not going to care about what the long-term effects of online commerce is going to do to the local brick and mortars.
Right.
So that's how they worked it. And
Same
now,
same as Zuckerberg, and that's with
oh, yeah,
Elon.
dude, you tell people that, they freak out. They're like,
Oh,
no. That's, dude, they handed it to him.
All these things are like made behind the scenes to then be pushed out and control us. Look at Amazon. Everything's being continually condensed into these major digital platforms that makes everyone
Yes,
zombies.
dude. Yes,
Constantly.
and you study like the best example that's all like controlled bullshit Facebook is the Winklevoss twins were the first ones to become Bitcoin billionaires. That's how they pay you off.
Right.
That's how they pay you off.
Right.
You play the game and they give you a ton of money.
Right.
Dr. Dre, all these rappers,
Yeah.
all these download rappers
Yep.
who pushed out all of this gangster rap, they all got paid to play the LARP role.
Yep. Vote or die.
I mean, think about this. I'm a huge Dodger fan.
Yeah.
Ice Cube, who's saying about shooting cops, is like opening the World Series. I think, today was a good day. I banged this chick
Right.
all fucking day.
Right.
And you're like, you're at a family event
Yeah.
and you're talking about banging hoes
Yep.
in opening it's a bizarre world because they're all controlled ops. And even Ice Cube has been coming out and saying it.
Yeah,
I said
he
this
has.
before. He is the Larry the Cable Guy of rap.
Wow. Because Larry is a fake personality.
There isn't the real person.
Right,
Like Andrew
right.
Dice Clay.
It's everyone's
Who I
only
love.
buying in. Yeah. Oh, Clay's one of the best, but these people are playing caricatures
100. They're playing like
like
Dice.
Musk. And I hate
Dice
to keep going
is
back to Musk,
playing
but
Italian. He's playing in Italian.
right. But
know?
I hate to keep bringing back to Musk, but I am very concerned about Musk because he is just Bill Gates with better memes and a hair transplant.